I'm Ryan Swan, producer, writer, editor of City Boots.
And I'm Ryan Strandjord, director, writer, producer of City Boots. City Boots is a story about a lesson in taming a beast that becomes a lesson of taming each other. It's a film about two people who gather to do a horse riding lesson, but they're wrapped up in a lot of their own agendas, and so they're not able to connect and really kind of figure out a common ground in order to get through the lesson. And it's only through learning something from the horse that they're able to connect with each other on any kind of real level. The film is showing Tuesday, April 23rd at 7 o'clock as part of the Minnesota Shorts #3 screening.
Yeah, we decided to make the film because we both wanted to work together. We've known each other for a good couple of years now, and said, hey, this project's coming out for, I don't know, just as a kind of a lesson in filmmaking, or not a lesson, lesson in filmmaking, and we decided to write it and shoot it in the middle of winter on a horse farm.
I've been making films for about 7 years now. Some of that time has been divided between filmmaking and producing and community organizing. I did the Minneapolis Film Race for about 3 years, transitioned into the 48-Hour Film Project for 2 years, but then last year really started this focus more on filmmaking and making that transition toward creating my own projects, and that's been the focus for the last 12 months and will be from here on.
My background, I started as consider myself a professional editor for the last 5 years. I've produced 3 48-hour film films, and pretty much self-taught.
I just want to mention the real reason why we made this movie was to experiment and to get feedback. We made it for the Directors Workshop Film Challenge, which was an opportunity for filmmakers to come together and to experiment and take chances. And at the premiere screening, we got feedback from everybody in the audience. And it really changed, I think, our approach, because it took a lot of pressure off. Because we were never thinking about entering it into festivals or trying to find a really big audience. We just had an idea for something different that we wanted to try, and we were interested to see if we could pull it off. We didn't spend very much money on it. We shot over one day. I think from the initial idea to pretty much the final cut, it was about 7 or 8 weeks. So we didn't put a lot, I mean, in that period of time we put a lot of effort into it, but outside of that there was basically nothing. But I think having that freedom allowed us to do things that we normally wouldn't have done that I guess worked.
Yeah, sure. Go up there and shoot. I mean, there's nothing, I mean, even if you had an idea for a film, enter into things like the 48 Z-Fest. Director's Workshop is amazing for honing your skills of becoming a director. Get out there with a camera. You know, the best camera you have is the camera you have with you at that moment. So just get out there and shoot. Tell your stories.
And then I would say meet people too, because obviously this is not a business that you can navigate all on your own. And so coming to events like the Minneapolis St. Paul International Film Festival,